She looks like a twink. And when she says that she's gonna shout at people, I believe her. Don't love the hair, if I'm honest. I hope she painted those toenails. Let me zoom in. I don't think she did. Well, what's the crack, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Blu Hydrangea, queen of the mother tucking world. And speaking of the mother tucking world, a new season of UK versus the world is upon us. And today we're gonna have a look at who is competing and the countries they are representing. BLU, baby join the queue, we got room for you. Look, this is my comeback to YouTube. I am making regular content this time, and what better way to do so than my favorite franchise, the one I won. So if you have any ideas of what you want to see, put them down in the comments and make sure to like and subscribe as well. You know, all that YouTuber crap. Okay, so first we're going to take a look at their Meet the Queens, and then we're going to look at them as competitors. And then at the end, we'll do a full rundown of all the countries, all the badges, and all that shit. Okay, so first up is Sminty Drop, and she is giving me like such cool girl energy, which she always does. She looks incredible, like slutty secretary teacher with all the pencils in her hair. I love a dad joke, and there was plenty of that in there. Whenever I see her, I always think she's gonna give like Fierce Delicious, like I'm so irritating and like a valley girl. But she's actually not. She always has like such like cool, like sweet energy. And she says she's not gonna be Miss Congeniality, but I think that's a lie. Like she's nicer than she lets on, I think. You know what she is? You know when Starlet said, I'm a little bit goofy? Sminty is a little bit goofy. Okay, next up, Godland. And that Meet the Queens video was chaotic. I love her energy so much. She referenced Pangina as a verb. The doors I've opened. Look, I can't lie, I haven't watched Drag Race Thailand the whole way through. The look was fierce. I just think so much of that Meet the Queens was exactly what you want from a Meet the Queens. I know exactly who she is. I want to see more of her, and she looked incredible. A very early favorite. Next up is the only Naomi, and she is gorgeous and tall and beautiful. She kind of spoke some German. She kind of told me that she was a party. I'd be excited to see what she's gonna bring. I remember her from Drag Race Germany, which I did watch. It was so many years ago now though, but I'm an old person and forget everything. I do remember that I liked her, and I was sad that she went home when she did. So I'm excited to see more of her for sure. She also said, which Sminty said the same thing. She's like, I'm gonna be the villain of the season. Is that like the new Miss Congeniality? Do people just wanna be mean now? Naomi, I hope you are a villain. You know what I am excited for though? Is some representation from Drag Race Germany, because I love that cast, and I hope it's not cancelled forever, and maybe Naomi could bring it back single-handedly. I doubt it, but just kidding. Blu Hydrangea ist sehr schön und wunderbar. Next up is Melinda Verga, who is an icon. I loved her on her original season. She was one of those people that you're like, how is she making it through these episodes? And she was so messy. And when she says that she's gonna shout at people, I believe her. Sminty and Naomi, I don't believe you, I believe her. She's wearing like a babby version of the wig I have on. Since the show, she's realized what she can bring to reality TV, and she is gonna bring that from the moment she walks into the room. I do worry that she's just gonna like rely on the fact that she's good TV, but I'm not gonna count her out. She is like one of those phenomenons like Tammy Brown, where you're like, what is going on inside your head? Okay. Whoa, we are doing it. Like there's a delusion there, and she lives within that, and I'm excited to see that. Next up is Legend Mariah. I almost forgot her name. Cut that. She cut the Paris. Okay. Mariah Balenciaga. You know, like she's just like a morning talk show, kind of like The View or something. I could see her on in this look. She has so much charisma. Like I root for her. Like I want her to do really well in this. There's something that tells me that her and Mayhem had a conversation, and Mayhem was like, it's just UK versus the world, just go and have some fun. She was like, oh, okay. I'm excited to see her on my TV again. She's an icon, an OG. I remember watching her whenever I was like 12 or 13 years old, and she was stamped and continues to be stamped. That mug is gorgeous. I love you, Mariah. Next up is Zaira. Zaira. I love the look, and I know that she did her own hair. Do you like when someone, like a model on a runway, wears something like oversized or something, and people are like, oh my god, that's so avant-garde. She's able to do that because she's so petite. It did say that she had like a newfound confidence and stuff, and as knowing her as a person, I have seen that like growth. So I do think she's gonna come in it the way that other queens were able to come into their original season. She now has that like confidence to come into this season with a lot of energy and like being more herself, which is good. Ahira I've known for years and years and years because they used to do YouTube and I used to watch their makeup tutorials. So I'm excited for her to get a second chance and hopefully show what she wasn't able to on her original season. Next up is Serena Morena. They literally played the little like mariachi music. I really liked her energy. I have watched her original season and I do remember her looks. And she said it herself, they weren't great. But she's had a glow up and she looks incredible now. That outfit looks gorgeous. There's a lot of like red bottoms in this promo and I'm wondering how many of them are real. She said she's focused, which I love. She seems like she's gonna come, be camp, be funny, and represent her country, which I think is great. What I loved about Drag Race Mexico is that everyone was so passionate about their culture. So it's gonna be really exciting to see her bring that. And I'm really excited for her. Like she's like such a left field pick. And so I don't know what to expect. I have great hopes. She seems really likable. Next up is Minty Fresh. And I am like a huge fan of Drag Race Philippines. I think it is probably my favorite franchise. So to see another Filipina queen on Drag Race UK versus the world is incredible. We had obviously Marina last year and she ate the competition up and I really hope Minty does the same. Her look was incredible. I like that she had like this little like gold applique on her eye. It's that kind of attention to detail that I just love with drag. She had like this really terrible fake laugh that was like which was very camp. It's such an advantage to be a look queen on a UK season. Does that sound shady? It's not something that everyone is focused on. A lot of us sing or, you know, tell jokes. I don't do either. The fact that she's going to be able to bring like a fashion point of view is going to be incredible. And she's gotten pumped since her first season. She's had some work done. She's got that All-Stars glow up. Okay, next up is UK's own Kate Butch. That Meet the Queens had so much personality. It was oozing out of her septic, pus-filled, whatever she said she had in her hip. That was easily one of the most funny Meet the Queens. She definitely has lots of jokes. I've seen lots of her stand up on my social media. I love Kate as a person. I think she's very sweet. This look is definitely more polished and like put together and clean and prettier than anything that she did on the show before. Literally everything she said there was almost like a bit, which I appreciate. And last but not least, we have Fontana, who is Swedish, who's from Sweden. She's from Drag Race Sweden, but she's Brazilian. First of all, that look is epic. She clearly spent far too much on it. I would be like, girl, that's not in my budget. I really loved her on Drag Race Sweden, to be fair. She was one of those people that found herself in the competition. So I have a feeling that she's gonna come back with a vengeance. Like, this is what I realized I could do when I was on the show, and I'm coming back to do it from the get-go. She just seems like a sweetheart and lots of energy and like chaos, and she seems like she is not gonna mess around. Okay, so taking a look at both of Sminty's promo looks, there's like a softness that she's got since like her first season. Like the first season was very harsh, lots of latex and harsh fabric, lots of points and spikes. It's very much the Sminty that I knew. Her drag is way softer, it's more model-esque. There's so much personality to this school teacher, sexy, slutty school teacher look. The shape of it is way more flattering as well, and you can see her really long legs. But yeah, I like both looks. I don't think one is like better than the other. I think it's just like the evolution of someone's aesthetic. Godland's old promo is giving like baby drag. It's giving like, I have this really fierce costume, but like I have nothing else to style it with. My true impression of Godland was this outfit, the UK versus the world promo, and it is incredible. She looks fantastic. There is so much shape. Her makeup looks so polished. I thought she looked so perfect in the close-ups. The glow up is incredible. Drag Race Thailand only came out like last year, so if that's what you can do in a year, damn, I'm so excited to see what you're able to do. Probably one of my favorites from this promo. Godland has eaten this promo up, eaten herself up as well at the same time. So Naomi's original promo, I do remember this and I quite like it. That hair should have been really slicked back to her skull. It looks like my Mary Berry wig from season 1. I mean, you can't deny that she's beautiful though. She looks incredible. I love that periwinkle purpley color. She definitely has had a glow up. Her makeup is way more striking. I don't love the hair, if I'm honest. I know of her as like someone that's like this opulent, regal, model-esque queen, and that's a bit grunge for me. And I do like the outfit. She's got little toes poking out. Oh, so she does. I hope she painted those toenails. Let me zoom in. I don't think she did. I don't think she painted those two toenails that are poking out. Naomi. I think she's gonna be like a really likable, lovable character. Okay, so Melinda Verga, I did not love her original promo. I remember when it came out and the contact lenses are so jarring. It's like that one photo of Miley Cyrus, do you know, where she's like, I mean, the bodysuit isn't too bad. It's just something you perform in a nightclub. This photo is gonna follow you around. Whereas this new photo, like, it's very clean, it's gorgeous. I do love this like old school drag lip where you do the lip and then you put the white in the middle and it makes it look really pouty. Bring that back. Bring that back. It's giving like Stormtrooper. She literally looks like a different queen. And I think that this is more her as well. The Versus the World promo is definitely more of what like I would understand her drag to be, but who am I? Who am I to say? Whereas maybe the other one has the chaos of her. And now she's tamed the chaos, she knows how to use it, and this is her coming back with a new chaotic energy, but a polished look. Okay, so Mariah's promo look, that was during COVID, right? So they didn't even do proper promo looks. That's her entrance, I think. I do like this new photo. That's very much where I imagine her drag is at the minute, like a socialite, you know, like that's what that gives. The background photo is so not flattering of Mariah, can I just say? In the close-ups of her makeup, she looked great, but for some reason they've given it like this gray, like it looks not as nice, but her face is painted. She looks like a girl that you want at your party. You want her to be hosting your drag show. You know she's gonna eat you up on a microphone. I like the exaggerated proportions. I wish it pinched her in a little bit. We know Mariah as like a ballroom pageant queen, the mug. And it's just nice to have something fun. Zahira actually has, both of her promo looks are so good. There's not much time has passed between these two looks, I guess. I do actually prefer the UK versus the world promo more. There's more shape, especially with this deep V. I do actually prefer the black hair from the first image on her, although I know she did both of them, so she won't be annoyed at me saying that. And she is way more painted for the back row in this second image, which I love. Bring back drag makeup. Both of these are undeniably very good promos. And I think this one just is slightly better because she's got more money. Okay, immediately already, I prefer the UK versus the world promo look for this one. The other look is cute though. Yeah, it's very bright, it's very bold. There's not enough body for me, I think, or something, like proportions have not been thought about. But I really, the hair and the makeup and the face and the hair piece is gorgeous on that look. It's just the actual body portion of it that I'm not so fussed on. Whereas this new look is high drag. This is like my only experience with Mexican drag is Drag Race Mexico. Oh no, well I watched La Mas Dragas or whatever. My impression of drag from Mexico is it is big, bold, painted, lots of rhinestones, big shapes, very polished, and that is exactly what this promo gives me. The rhinestone wig, maybe I could get rid of the rhinestones on the wig actually. But this is the Serena Morena that I want to see on UK versus the world. Minty's original promo is very cute. She looks like a twink. She looks so twinky. Even the way she's standing, it's so like, can I borrow a vape? Blue sour raz, please vape. Whereas this new look is so gorgeous, so custom. I love the like jacket falling, like, oh, it's just falling off my shoulders and now it's on my hips. I do wish the stripes in the bodice were more pinstripe. That black and white kind of gives me like circusy maybe. It's still a gorgeous look. She's had a bit of time because I think Drag Race Philippines is on like season 4 or something now, so it's been a while since she's been on Drag Race, and of course she's gonna have this elevation. She was a twink and now she's a twunk. I think we can all agree Kate Butch had a tragic promo look. And she won't mind me saying that because it's true. It's made out of like curtain fabric. Oh girl, that was trash. I'm so sorry. But isn't it so nice that we get to look at this image of Kate Butch now? It's given like the next villain in an Austin Powers movie. There might already be an Austin Powers person that Kate looks like in this image. Her makeup has improved incredibly. It looks so clean. There's a lot of like shapes going on in her like Mondrian, isn't that what that's called? The artist? think it's Wonder. Rectangle girls of the world. Kate knows exactly her own vibe, and this is exactly what I would expect from her, you know? There's almost like a character to it without even her having to open her mouth. It's come a long way from this look. Makes me very excited to see what Kate Butch is gonna do on the runway this season. Undeniably, Fontana has had a glow up, and that is not just with like her mug, but there's definitely been coin spent in this new costume. She looks like a scorpion mid-attack. I mean, this is what I know Fontana as, is this like Brazilian with the feathers and the glam costumes, the human hair wig. Like that is very much what she was on the show and what I think she's still gonna bring. But I'm wondering, is this her? Like, did she give this to the designer or did the designer design it for her? And that's not reading because she looks incredible. I'm super excited to see what she brings on the show this season because this is like to the highest level of drag. I hope she hasn't lost this queen because that's the queen that I fell in love with and the queen that found herself in this competition. So I love this image of RuPaul with her big flowy hair and the big drapey red dress. When you think of Mama Ru, you think of her like this, hand on hip, big blonde hair, statuesque thank you, that's the perfect word for Mama Ru in this image. It is truly not often that Ru matches the theme of anything, but this works really well with the rest of the promos. Okay, so there's one group shot, I'm gonna flash it here. I don't love this group shot because it looks like CapCut. Like someone made this on CapCut in 5 seconds. It's a blue background and some squiggles. Right, we're moving on from that one. I just hope that there's a wee graphic designer that sat out there and painstakingly built this set in Photoshop rather than AI. We've gone from like video games to Aurora Borealis to now like the newsroom, which the BBC is kind of known for like the news and stuff. So I kind of get what they were going for. And it's kind of a fun promo where everyone still gets to do their own fierce look. I like the group shot, like UK vs. the World Season 2. It is a season where everyone looks good in their promo. There's no really rough queens. Now it's time to take a look at some stats. Girl, I'm no historian or mathematician, so if any of this is incorrect, I can only apologize. This is what I found on Google. So let's take a look at the queens from this cast who have some challenge wins. So Minty and Godland lead the pack with 2 wins each. Minty won her talent show and her second win was a design challenge. Of course, that's what I expect from Minty. And I think she's gonna have some competition from other queens this season. I think Sminty could definitely sew an incredible garment too. And Godland, as I said, I didn't watch Drag Race Thailand, but I saw some clips of the Rusical in her Meet the Queens and she was giving it stack. She was performing her little heart out and she also won the makeover challenge. So both of those queens have won a performance-based challenge and a looks-based challenge. So that makes them huge competition because that makes them almost all-rounders, I would say. Okay, next up with 1 win each, we have Kate Butch, Melinda Verga, and Fontana. Melinda's win being in the Snatch Game is huge because you do not want to go up against a Snatch Game winner at the Snatch Game. Kate has won an acting challenge, which you kind of expect. I'm not looking at Kate to win a makeover challenge or a design challenge, but when it comes to acting and performing, I think Kate is gonna slay. And Fontana won the makeover challenge, which that was the point in the season where she kind of started to figure out who she was. I believe that Fontana is gonna show us way more than just a makeover challenge win. And the rest didn't win squat. They probably won like little mini challenges and stuff, but that's not what we're on about here. But that means they have more to prove and maybe some fire in their belly, so I'm excited to see that. And let's see who picks up an elusive gold repeater badge. I'm gonna tell you who I think the top 4 are gonna be, and we can take a look back at this at the end and see if I'm right. So I think Minty is gonna be our first finalist, and I hope she doesn't get Pangina because I think she's gonna be strong competition. I think Fontana is gonna come in all guns blazing. She's gonna be super likable, charismatic, perform really well, and I think she's gonna be our second finalist. Kate is gonna be the humor of the season, great personality. She's gonna be super funny and shock us with the looks, I'm gonna say. And last but not least, Godland had the best promo. Their personality was incredible. It was very vivacious. I wanted to see more of it, so she's gonna be my other finalist. So let's see if that's right. Okay, so 2 countries have hosted Versus the Worlds. Let's see how Drag Race franchises have been represented across all of those 5 seasons. The nerdy bit. As you can see, from my little pie chart. UK have had 13 queens represent on Versus the World seasons, but that's of course going to be the case because they've hosted 3 of the 5 seasons. Surprising to some, but also unsurprising because it's the biggest franchise, US have had 10 queens represented across the 5 seasons. And then of course another country who has their own Versus the World, coming in third is Canada with 9 queens being represented. So down under, France, the Netherlands, Philippines and Thailand have all had 2 representatives, leaving Mexico, Spain, Germany and Sweden with just 1. What's really cool for Naomi, Serena and Fontana is that they're the first to represent their country on a Versus the World. And that leaves Belgium, Brazil and Italy as the only franchises that have not been represented in Versus the World. Belgium finished airing in 2024 and girl, we haven't heard from them since. Italy is due its 4th season, but we haven't heard anything since like 2023. And Brazil, I think it's gonna have its own All-Stars if I'm not mistaken. So that's why we might not see any Brazilian queens on our screens. This is also the first time in Versus the World history where the world part is represented by only 1 queen from each country. Because normally the US queens, the Canadian queens, the British queens are doubled up, they're going 2 by 2. But this time it makes it more interesting because there's only 1 from each country. It's giving very Slasian Royale, like they're gonna have to team up to take out the Brits. And of course we have to look at the Versus the World winners. So far we have 3 countries with a win, 2 from the UK, me and Tia. We have Canada, which is Lemon, and of course Raja, who is the US winner. And is also the only queen who is not from the home country of the Versus the World franchise. We're all native English speakers and have performed in front of RuPaul and have won from our own country apart from Raja. Wow. I hope there is a shake-up this season. I mean, I'm rooting for my UK queens, but I would love to see someone from the world win one of these. Or else why would you apply for it? Or like, why would you say yes to it? So I think we need some representation in this winner's circle. So if you enjoyed this, make sure to come back and join me as I recap every episode of UK Versus the World Season 3 from the point of view of the winner and queen of the mother tucking world. And let's not forget that Down Under is going to have its own version of Versus the World coming very soon, and I'll recap that too if you like this. So thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited for this new series. Versus the World means a lot to me. I love seeing queens from all of these different franchises be brought together because I'm a fan of Drag Race, I'm a fan of drag, and I watch all of the seasons from around the world. It's going to be super fun. And there's no AI dubbing on this one too, which will be fun. Whose promo did you like and who are you rooting for? Let me know down south. Let me know down south. Let me know in the comments. Make sure you watch it. It's going to be on BBC iPlayer. It's going to be on Wow Presents Plus. And come back and join me as I recap it. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye. BLU. Baby, join the queue.